Alright, so in this video I want to show you how to do an image trace to use in AutoCAD. We're going to do this image trace in Corel. So first, find whatever image you want. Of course, logos and clip art are going to be easier to trace. One of the things that can be helpful is to go to Tools when you're in your image search and set this to large so you can find some bigger graphics. Now, let's see the size of this one. This is 1365 by 1024. This one is bigger. I'm not sure if the pixel quality is much better. When we look at it, it looks a little pixelated. So I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to save that image as, and I'm going to go into my folder for the class, and I have a folder for Coreldraw. Preferably would it be a JPEG, and I'm just going to name that so it's not a random name from the internet, and I'll hit save. Now I'm going to go over to my Coreldraw. So I've opened Coreldraw. If you need to, go down to your Start menu, type in Corel, open up to Corel 2020. I'm going to start a new file, so either File New or the one with the little green plus there. And your default, I believe, is going to be a letter size document, 8.5 by 11, which is perfectly fine. You do want to change to RGB color, and I'll hit OK. So there's my document. I'm going to go to File and Import, and I'm going to browse to that same folder that I just created and saved that Eagles logo into. Now I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and drag that as large as I can on the document. It looks pretty crisp, but you can see there's still a little bit of pixelation in there. We're going to try to clean that up so we can get a nice crisp edge. So with the image selected, and if it's not selected, just left click on it, you're going to see Trace Bitmap up here. I'm going to use this drop down, and I'm going to try a detailed logo for my tracing. So it's going to process what's going on. Now this is automatically removing the background. You could also specify a background color with the eyedropper, and you could tell it to remove that background. If you zoom in, you want to make sure you're not losing any detail. So sometimes you might need to tweak and push up the detail a little bit higher. So like down here, I don't get that little reflection in the eye, which maybe doesn't bother you, but you can tweak that detail until you're happy with it, kind of pan around and look on your document. Now I like to delete my original. This is not checked by default, so I'm going to select that and I'm going to hit OK on this. And now if you look, if I hold down on my left mouse to move it, you see I have all those vector lines. I can just work with this. If there's something I want to delete, I could also go up to grouping and I could ungroup this. And if I wanted to, say, get rid of the fills that are in here, I could do that. Now that gets rid of some of the details, so maybe I don't want to do that just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and undo those deletes and the ungroup. Get that back to normal. The easiest thing for you to do here to get your vector geometry is to go over here, and you can right-click on any color to start with. I'm going to right-click on the red. That's going to give me, now I did not have my object selected, so I'll select that again. Right click on the red, that's going to give me all those outlines, and then I'm going to left click on the no fill up there. So now I just have this vector geometry, which is what we're going to export over to our CAD file. So once I'm happy with this, and again, you could make some tweaks here, like if I don't want that outer one, I could go and I could ungroup this. I could decide I don't want that outer fill area, so I could delete that, so I just have this. Makes it a little bit easier when you get into AutoCAD if you clean that stuff up. So now I'm going to go over to File, Export, and I'm going to drop this in that same Coreldraw folder that I have in my Intro to Drafting or Drafting Design folder, whatever you have set up. There's a bunch of different file types you can export from here. I'm selecting DWG. It's an AutoCAD file, and I will call that my Eagles logo trace. Something that makes sense to you. We'll hit export, and I believe that unfilled fills are going to be set to black. I'm going to set that to unfilled, so I just get vector work, and I'll hit OK. And now I'm going to go over to CAD. I'm going to go to Open. And I'm going to browse to that folder. So I'll go to my OneDrive. And then I'm in classes here. Intro to Drafting, And Coreldraw, there's that file we just exported. Open this up. So there's my geometry. I want to get that over to the laser cutting file, so I'm going to select it. I'm going to right click and go to clipboard and copy, and then I'll go over to my laser cutting file, right click, clipboard, and paste. Now when I bring this in, this is a red line. It is not on vector engrave at this point. So if I select all this geometry, notice it's on layer 1. That's brought in from Corel. You have to decide what layer you want this on, whether you're cutting, whether you're engraving. So let's say I'm going to engrave all this. I set to vector engrave, and then it's really important that these properties are all going to be set to by layer. Otherwise it will not vector engrave. Okay. Our layer properties for vector engrave are 0.05 mm thick for our line thickness. That came in from Corel at 0.18, so it would send nothing if you were to send that to the laser. Sometimes there's multiple copies of geometry on top of one another, so we want to do the overkill command. So I'll just type that in, select my image, and right click, and just hit OK on that menu. It said I had 3 overlapping objects that were deleted. So that's now ready to go. I can scale this if I want to. If I'm going to scale, I typically will make a copy, and just in case I mess something up. And if I want to make it twice as big, I'll click in the center and type in 2, enter. And I can make that twice as big depending on how big you want to make. Again, the biggest thing you can do on our laser engraver is 12 by 24. So you'd have to decide kind of how large you can make that for your document. If I was going to do this, I would probably also select this outer edge, and I'd want to cut that out. So I'd go to I'd want to set this to vector cut. So I have blue on the outside, and then the rest would be etched. That's it. If you need help, please let me know.